What is your American dream?
I'm from China, and my American dream is to do the works I intended to do in this interesting place and communicate with other people from all over the world.
I'm from India. My American dream is to enjoy this inclusiveness and freedom of America and have fun while it lasts.
I'm from New York, and my American dream is for everyone to be able to make the most of themselves.
I'm from Belgium. The American dream for me, for living in New York, would be ideal. Have a house that looks nice but is not too expensive, and work in Manhattan, have a major salary, to have a bit of money at the side for health insurance, because you never know, you might get into trouble.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Just scrolling through my Groundhog Sam emails. Oh my goodness, what is this? Katrina's white ceramic bowl is missing? How could someone take her bowl? Bowls are so amazing. They're so utilitarian. You can use them for so much. You can put pretzels in them. You can put cereal in them. Soup. This is a violation of personal property. Don't worry, Katrina. Detective Groundhog Sam at Katrina's service. Here we go. Okay, everybody. I've got my sleuthing detective police outfit on. And there's Katrina right over there in the green sweater. There she is. Poor thing's missing her bowl.
Sam, what are you doing on my desk?
Hello, Natasha. I'm looking for Katrina's white ceramic bowl because somebody took it out of the kitchen. Might you have it?
Well, I haven't seen it.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Hope you find it.
Okay, well, thank you for cooperating with the investigation, Natasha. Well, Natasha did not crack under my questioning, so I think she's clean on this one. Let's go investigate Sharifa now. It's not in here. Not under here either.
Sam, what are you doing on my desk?
Hello, Sharifa.
Hi, Groundhog Sam.
Someone, it seems, has walked away with Katrina's white ceramic bowl.
Oh, I don't have a Groundhog Sam.
Are you sure?
I swear, I'm so sure.
Are you sure?
I'm so sure.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, Groundhog Sam.
All right, I believe you.
All right.
All right.
Hope you find it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you soon.
Bye.
Haha. Okay, well, Sharifa certainly didn't crack under my hard line of Groundhog Sam investigator questioning, so she's in the clear. But I don't know about this Vicky over there. Let's check her out. Hello, Vicky.
Hi, Groundhog.
Have you seen Katrina's white ceramic bowl?
No.
Really? Then you don't mind if I look around a little, do you?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Your Valentine's Day decoration's lovely, but what's under this blanket? What is this?
That is a white ceramic bowl.
Where did you get this white ceramic bowl?
In the kitchen.
Aha! And I see that there are fingerprints on it and they look like Katrina's. I think you took the bowl by mistake.
I have a white ceramic bowl as well.
Okay, I understand mistaken bowl identity. It does occur. Okay, well then we're not going to do anything serious about this. We're just going to remedy the situation. Do you mind if I bring this back to Katrina so I can close this case?
No problem.
Thank you very much. All is going to be well in the world now, in Spar and Bernstein world. Thank you. Okay. Katrina?
Oh, hey, Sam.
Look what I found for you.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you so
welcome.
much. Where'd you find it?
I don't want to tell you who the perpetrator was. I don't want to cause bad feelings around the office. It was a case of mistaken ceramic bowl identity.
All right. Thank you.
Groundhog Sam, detective at your service.
Thanks, Groundhog Sam.
You're welcome, Katrina. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Oh, yay. Well, there you have it, folks. The case of the missing white ceramic bowl has been cracked by yours truly, Detective Groundhog Sam. Did you miss yesterday's episode of Bradshaw Live? Well, in case you did, Savannah M. Brown came on and talked to Brad. She's the Assistant Executive Director of the Black Women's Blueprint. The Black Women's Blueprint organization works to empower African American and immigrant women, and they also partnered with Lifetime Networks when they aired Survivor docuseries which talked about the singer's alleged 20 years of sexual abuse and violence against black women, and let's not forget, minors. It was a very, very important interview, and if you missed it, I encourage you to go back and check it out. Now is the time you've all been waiting for. It's Brad Show Live, starring Brad Bernstein with co-host Belgium Kim Moore and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. Enjoy and happy Friday, and watch your white ceramic bowls. Don't let them walk off anywhere.
Hello, everybody. It's It's not Groundhog's Day, but it's very close because on my sheet, it says I'm reliving Thursday, January 24th again. But it is Friday, January 25th. Welcome, Belgium Kim, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
What's up?
What's up? What is going on?
Oh, you know.
Groundhog Sam is the man, first of all, I have to say.
Or the woman.
Or the woman.
He's the groundhog.
He's the groundhog.
That was
That was
funny.
a really funny one.
I thought he was going to spill the beads at the end and say, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but this is who stuck here in the ball.
Also, now doesn't she know who took her bowl? We all know Vicky was the culprit.
We now know Vicky's the culprit. I'm
That's
going to tell you something.
awkward.
There's going to be...
I don't know. Sam is like painting Vicky as like a klepto. I'm not sure.
No, it was a case of
it was a
mistaken bowl identity.
Okay, so it wasn't done on purpose. But we got to say hello to Squad. We got a whole big show ahead of us today. Last day of the week. So let's say hello to Tamika Nelson, a valued commentator.
That's right.
Yes.
Right? Dawn Harriet, what's up? Tanisha McNabb says, glad to be here with my family. Squad up, y'all. And, of course, Jessica Leamy, Joelle, Squad Up loves, Godfried Geberker. Coming right in with a question. You know that their questions are very important to them when they can't even say hello to anybody first, that they got to just, it's not even a hi.
No.
Just, Godfried's like, when you marry on a B1, B2 visa to a citizen, can you apply for only an EAD without applying for a green card? The answer is no. You are entitled to the work permit. I got to answer this because he didn't even come and say hello. He's very anxious about it.
Right.
Okay? So the answer is this. You cannot apply for a work permit unless you apply for a green card. And the reason is this. You are entitled to a work permit when you're married to a U.S. citizen through filing an adjustment of status application. It's the actual adjustment application that entitles you to the work permit. The adjustment application is the request for an interview in the United States, that you want to adjust your status here. So unless you file an adjustment, which is the I-45, which is the request for an interview in America, you are not entitled to the work permit. So unfortunately, the answer is you have to apply for an adjustment, your green card, and that is what entitles you to the work permit. Let's get back to saying hello to people, though, in the meantime.
Yeah.
I just saw a lot of anxiety on his question there. Okay,
Way to
Marjorie
believe it.
Thompson, Sam, that whole hat doesn't fit you.
That's absolutely
Where do you get that hat from anyway?
Sam's outfits never really fit.
By the way, was there like a Jewish star on the top of his hat? What was
No.
on? What was on the top of his hat?
star.
Was it look like a Jewish star? I'm like, what is he like?
When did Sam convert?
I don't know. Maybe he converted or something. I don't know. It looked like a Jewish star. Jewish policeman. Just in case. Angela Barrett, Squad Up, Shady Bay Smith. Happy Friday, everyone on the Brad Squad Show. Happy Friday, Shady Bay, to you as well. Dawn Harriet, what's going on? Angela Barrett and Godfried says, ha, good evening. How are you all? Sorry for not greeting first. And of course, and by the way, I lost all my comments. So if there's some people who I missed who are now going to be insulted that I didn't say hello to them, would you be kind enough to run down quickly who I missed, and I'll let you take the lead because I lost all my comments here.
Absolutely.
And then I'll comment back to you. But before we do that, I do have to go to YouTube, our favorite place where we stream, YouTube.
Ooh.
We don't play favorites here, but if I had to play a favorite, it's YouTube. Ja Love, what's happening? He's always first. Cordella Douglas, Fancy Cat. What up, guys? I'm on the road, so I only have time to say hi. Who's Fancy Cat?
Fancy Cat's new. Fancy Cat has been, unless there was a name change.
Right. Fancy
Fancy
Cat
Cat.
may
But
be
Fancy
new.
Cat is new.
We don't know. Afzal A, what's up?
Yeah.
I spoke to Afzal on the phone today.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
That's it.
That was it.
How's it going?
And Carol, the Cat Tigers 2, Anderson, Ulette Wilson, what's up? Afzal A says, at Bradshaw Live Spar Bernstein, doing well. Just busy day, LOL. How many outfits does Groundhog Sam have? How many does he have?
He has a lot.
He has a lot of outfits.
Yeah, you don't want to know the
I
answer
want
to
you to
that.
know something.
He goes
he
shopping.
got my Amex card.
That's how. Because
Yes.
I was wondering,
Yeah,
how does he buy
and
this?
I see charges like from the Groundhog shop.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Groundhog costume shop, like every day.
Brad, that makes so much sense because he comes into the production room every day and he's like, I need more space for all my clothes.
Yes, I mean, there's a lot of clothes there for him.
Oh my God, it's
Yes.
unbelievable.
The Devo, that one.
Yeah.
The prop room is all Groundhog Sam.
And by the way, who do we miss quickly before we get into schmoozing? Because we got a lot of questions to answer today.
Awesome.
We had Sharon Plummer that came in and said hi. Precious Joseph, new person, or maybe Rich
Hey.
Kid C.
What does Rich Kid C have to say?
Rich Kid C said, really? I have no idea to
You know what? You really would have been better off just saying, he didn't really say much.
You said, what did he say?
I mean, if he didn't really say, you could just say, not much, not
No,
much.
Brad, you ask a question, I
Okay,
answer it.
And anybody else, Jonathan?
Did you guys already said Asset Lindo?
I said Asset Lindo.
Oh, okay, well I think we got everybody.
We got everybody.
That sounds like we do.
All right, so before we get into our schmooze, okay, a lot's going on today. Before we get into our schmooze, Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, just kindly tell everybody not to share anything, not to do anything. Sit on your hands. Really just be selfish today. It's all about you today. It's not about us. Please tell them why.
You guys, it's so simple to not share. You just don't click on the little button that says share and you don't post it to your own timeline. You don't have to post it to any groups that you're members of because we're here just for you and you don't have to do absolutely anything because we are here solely for you, the one individual.
I mean, I would like you guys to share.
Jonathan, like this Hump Day Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right? And Throwback Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's a thing.
Fridays, it's Selfish Fridays.
Selfish Friday.
Today is Selfish Friday. Okay? Everybody just has to be really selfish. Think about themselves. Don't think about anybody else. Don't do any sharing. Don't do nothing.
It must have been a selfish week.
It is Selfish Fridays.
Selfish week.
That is right. And now let's get into talking about selfish. There's a lot of selfish people in our schmoozing. So let's go into schmoozing right now. Schmoozing with Brad, where I talk about whatever I feel like talking about, or whatever is on my cards,
Right,
one or
there
the
it
other.
is.
So first of all, congratulations to Donald Trump. He
Yeah.
closed down the government for 35 days, demanded
Oh,
a border wall, $5.7 billion for a border wall. He says he will not reopen the government, at least until March or April, maybe for a year. He will not pay anybody. He will furlough 800,000 government workers. He will almost put the entire air traffic control system to a halt.
Right.
People were circling around Newark and LaGuardia Airport for an hour and a half because there were not enough air traffic controllers to
Wow.
land the planes. People were stuck circling around.
Wow.
Okay?
That's scary.
Right.
Today was going to be the third week, and it actually was the third week in a row that U.S. workers, 800,000 of them, did not get paid by the U.S. government, the richest country in the world. Yet, billionaires line up in the White House. Wilbur Ross getting on TV, I saw a little earlier today, saying, it's only 800,000 people not getting paid. In the scheme of life, it's only about 0.03% of the gross domestic product, so nobody has to worry about.
So who?
What do you mean nobody has anything to worry about? 800,000 people don't have a
Right.
paycheck. What's wrong with you, Mr. Billionaire? And of course, finally, after 35 days, the Trump shutdown, Trump said he's going to take responsibility for this shutdown.
Right.
The U.S. federal worker is behind him. They want border security when we've already demonstrated yesterday's show, and go back and watch, that there is no crisis. It is a made-up crisis on the border. And it is being done simply because Donald Trump is trying to keep his base supporting him because he knows there's a Mueller investigation around the corner and he doesn't want to get thrown out of office and go to jail, which is where he belongs. So today, after 35 days, after not getting paid, after people having to go to beg their friends for money to pay for food, they reopened the government with no border wall, no money towards a border wall.
Right.
And then they had a rose garden ceremony with all the billionaires like laughing behind him and clapping, going, "Way to go, Trump, great job." We're proud to say we reopened the government and got nothing out of 35 days of this complete mess.
Wow.
Now, Donald Trump did promise that he will be able to pay back all the workers very shortly, which is a lot more than a lot of the people who worked for Donald Trump, who he screwed holding the bag for years and years and years. If you ever read the history of Donald Trump's business deals, the art of the deal, his art of the deal was, I am going to screw the other person. I'm going to leave them to hold the bag. They're not going to get paid. They're not going to get any money. And I'm going to screw them. I'm going to steal their money from them.
Yep.
Basically, that was his art of the deal.
Absolutely.
Okay? And he didn't care about these 800,000 people. Nope.
Right.
But meanwhile, about 55% of Americans said they blamed Donald Trump for this.
Of course they did.
35% said they blamed the Democrats, and 10% said they blamed both. I'll tell you who I do respect, Nancy Pelosi. I thought she did a really good job standing up to Donald Trump. She outsmarted him.
Yep.
And very impressed. Very impressed with Nancy Pelosi.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed.
Ken on YouTube said it shows the government only cares about their own agenda. Why don't they try working with no pay? That's a great point.
Yeah.
That is a great point.
What?
Well, it would not. Well, it really wouldn't matter to them.
Yeah, that's
because
a good
they
point.
all have billions of
Right.
dollars already.
That's real.
They said that's why they say, what's the big deal? So you don't get paid for a few weeks. They never had to live paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
They never had to go work 9 to 5, get that paycheck, and go home and say, this is everything that I have for the next week or two. They never had to do that.
Yep.
You want to know, Donald Trump was given millions of dollars by his very, very rich father when he started off.
Wow.
He never had to go work for a living.
Right.
He never had to worry about what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. He is the commander-in-chief of the U.S. Army, and he paid a podiatrist in Queens to say he had bunions on his feet or something to get him out of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So he didn't even go fight for America. He doesn't know what it is to fight. He doesn't know what it is to sacrifice. He doesn't know anything about it.
It's absolutely true.
It's crazy that he has
And
so
all
much
he
to
is
say
a
about
real estate,
everybody else,
and
though.
all he is a real estate marketer.
Right.
Okay? He runs a small family business with what, 20, 30, 40 people working for him? That's not a big business.
Yeah.
How many people did work for Donald Trump? 30, 40 people? Maybe maximum? He ran a small family office. There's more employees at law offices of Spar and Bernstein than Trump had. I guarantee you. Okay? He ran a small family business, a small real estate
When
office.
he started?
Yes.
You mean? Yeah.
Even now, I mean, what does he have? He licensed his name out.
Right.
All these buildings he owns, he doesn't own them. He licensed his name out.
Right.
He doesn't run anything. He doesn't manage anything. He doesn't run a big business.
Yeah.
The hell does he know?
Damn, he just sits and makes money.
He's a marketer. Don't you understand?
I don't understand how the entire country got fooled. I still don't.
Completely got fooled.
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
And he's left in his 30 years of business. He's left just a bag. People just holding bags full of nothing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, just swindling people out of money, and they just and by the way, talking about swindling.
Yes.
Okay, this takes the cake.
Okay.
Okay, Donald Trump went and said, we're going to drain the swamp. We're going to get rid of all these bad people in Washington. Okay, he says Obama was the worst president ever. It is now, remember when it was Fly 3, Jonathan nothing yesterday?
Yes.
The Fly beat you 3-0?
Yes.
Okay, it is right now Donald Trump 6, Obama nothing. Do you know what that is?
What?
6 of Donald Trump's campaign managers of key people in the White House have already been indicted for crimes.
Sheesh.
6, including now Roger Stone today, who is one of his main campaign advisors. 6. You know how many people were indicted under Obama who either worked for his campaign or worked in the White House?
None.
0.
Wow.
How is Donald Trump draining the swamp? So FBI agents arrested Mr. Stone today. They actually raided his home and woke him up. Did you see on CNN?
Really?
Did you see it on CNN?
Ooh,
At
I
6 in the
love
morning.
that.
They went in with like riot gear and like
Wow.
huge rifles.
Good
And they
stuff.
ripped this guy out. They ripped this guy out of his bed.
Wow,
In his
that's
pajamas.
amazing.
They ripped him out. And you wonder why most people, this guy, what a jerk this guy is. Okay, because most people in these situations hire an attorney and say, okay, I'm going to turn myself in.
Right.
I'm going to walk in like a human being. He says, I'm not turning myself in. I am not going to do anything. I'm not going to cooperate. So this is what happens when you don't turn yourself in and you don't cooperate. You get ripped out of bed unannounced at 6 a.m. when the FBI literally bashed down his door and pulled it, and we have video, and pulled this guy out of bed, sleeping. Let's watch. It's very enjoyable to watch this.
I love it.
Oh, I love that.
that.
FBI open the door.
Right. Meanwhile, Stone's lawyer Grant Smith dismissed the charges, calling them ridiculous. Stone began his career being trained by none other than the biggest thief up to Donald Trump in U.S. political history, Richard Nixon.
Of course.
Oh, God.
Okay? He's built
I
a
am not a
reputation as a dirty tactician on political campaigns. He has long maintained that he has no connection to Russia, although, according to the indictment, Stone told senior Trump campaign officials about the stolen emails from WikiLeaks that were going to damage Hillary Clinton before they were leaked. He knew about it. And the big question is Stone knew about these emails that were stolen from Hillary Clinton. He was telling the Trump campaign when these emails were going to come out.
Wow.
He claims back then that he had spoken to and coordinated this with Julian Assange, who's the head of WikiLeaks, that he took it back. And the question becomes is that he was coordinating these WikiLeaks attacks with the Trump campaign. It is really incredulous to believe that Donald Trump didn't know any of this was going on, especially when he was, if you remember the big announcements that Donald Trump said is, Russia, if you have these emails, please release them. Remember that?
Yep.
Exactly.
We have another video. Let's watch.
Oh my God, I'm busted. Drinking Russian vodka. Mueller, arrest me.
Okay, 2017. Guess what, jackass? You got arrested. All right, so the indictment reads that after the July 22nd, 2016 release of stolen Democratic National Committee emails by Organization 1, which is WikiLeaks, a senior Trump campaign official was directed to contact Roger Stone about any additional email releases and what other damaging information Organization 1, which is WikiLeaks, has regarding Hillary Clinton's campaign. Stone thereafter told the Trump campaign about potential future WikiLeaks releases of emails damaging material by WikiLeaks. In October, Mr. Stone exchanged emails with none other than the Grim Reaper, Stephen Bannon, then the chief executive of Mr. Trump's campaign.
Yep.
In one exchange, Mr. Stone wrote that more WikiLeaks disclosures were forthcoming, a load every week going forward, according to the indictment. Mr. Bannon appears to be the official described in the court documents as the high-ranking Trump campaign official. Now, are you telling me that the Steve Bannon, who took over for Paul Manafort, who is already indicted and going to jail for the rest of his life, who was Trump's first campaign manager, the second campaign manager knew all about this. Donald Trump is begging WikiLeaks to release more, but they never had any communication at all.
Of course.
Because if Donald Trump instructed Steve Bannon to tell Roger Stone to get more WikiLeaks emails out, that is campaign finance crimes.
Absolutely.
That is campaign crimes.
Yeah.
The White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, sought to broadly distance the charges. She says incredulously. I love this word, incredulously, because it's so incredulous.
Great word.
The charges brought against Mr. Stone have nothing to do with President Donald Trump.
What?
That is what they have to say.
Oh my God. I've got nothing.
In more incredulous news.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's not enough incredulous news going around in the world.
Incredulousness all day.
A Pennsylvania man says that he is now getting help for his depression
Yeah.
from all of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, fair.
The whole political crap going on in the world
Absolutely.
is making him depressed.
I get that.
And what has given him solace and what has given him strength to move on after watching the news every day
Yeah.
is that he now has a support alligator.
Excuse me now?
Joey Henny, 65, said his registered emotional support animal named Wally the alligator likes to snuggle and give him hugs despite being a 5-foot-long alligator. The Pennsylvania man, this is in the news. This is what gets him through the day. All right, the Pennsylvania man said he received approval from his doctor to use Wally the alligator as his emotional support animal after not wanting to go on medication for depression.
Absolutely.
Let me explain to you something, Joey Henny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Heaney. You really need medication.
Yeah.
Right.
I really think this man needs medication, okay? I think that is a poor medical advice by the doctor. I think that is below the standard of care. Okay, to say instead of taking a pill for your depression, go sleep with an alligator.
That's crazy.
Okay, he says, I had Wally, and when I came home and was around him, it was all okay. My doctor knew about Wally the alligator and figured it worked, so why not? It reminds me of, I remember in Greenwich, Connecticut, about 10 years ago. What is this? There's the alligator right now at a nursing home.
Are there so many people petting it?
Okay, now I remember about 7 or 8 years ago, there was a woman who had an emotional support gorilla in Connecticut. Do you remember this? Vaguely?
Yes, but
Kind
that's
of, yeah.
different.
She had an emotional support gorilla in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And and the doctor said it's okay, you can walk around with your emotional support gorilla. And that gorilla loved this lady. And gave her all the comfort she needed for year after year after year.
Oh, until it killed
and
her.
then correct. And then one day they were shopping in Greenwich
Yeah.
in the high-end stores. And she walks her and her gorilla into one of these high-end stores in Greenwich, Connecticut on the main street. And for some reason, the gorilla just went crazy in the high-end store and mauled this poor lady to death.
The owner?
The owner in the gorilla. Couldn't even see what this lady looked like anymore. How do you have dangerous animals?
That's
because
crazy.
animals are dangerous. You
Yeah.
can't control them.
Absolutely.
Okay? Wally the alligator is a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
How is this alligator a teddy bear giving you solids? You're getting solids from look at that! It's a cold-blooded killer, Yo-Yo. A cold-blooded killer. What?
Why is he like? Why are people hugging him and petting him?
I don't know.
Understand.
Now, Henny
Wouldn't be
frequently
me.
brings Wally the alligator out to meet and greets. But I am telling you one day, Mr. Henny, that alligator's gonna kill.
Obviously.
I believe so.
Look at this thing.
I believe so. All right. Now, if you ever want to pray, here's some good news for people who can't make it to the Vatican.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to pray with the Pope Francis. Now, Jonathan, you're not Catholic.
No, but
You would pray with Pope Francis.
Yeah,
though,
because
right?
I mean we use rosaries like Greek Orthodox.
And you are Catholic.
I'm not Catholic.
You are not Catholic. You're Protestant.
No.
What are you?
I'm nothing.
You're nothing.
I am nothing.
What were you
Sorry.
born?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I was born agnostic. I was
Agnostic.
born yeah.
All right. So for those who are Catholic out there, I thought maybe I had a Catholic person here next to me.
No, sorry.
Okay.
You really?
I
Do I just lose Catholicism?
I have
I
some
thought you were
family
Catholic.
that's Catholic.
All right. Good. All right, Jonathan. This is for you then.
okay.
All right. So.
My cousin was actually baptized by the Pope.
Oh, very nice.
In Rome.
So now they have an app. There's an app that you can pray with the Pope. It's called Click to Pray. And the praying app is exactly what it sounds like and allows people, if you're into the praying with the Pope,
Right.
from around the world to come together to pray about a certain issue. So you pray together using the app.
That
so
is.
you kind of join. Now the Pope launched this app. This is the
Interesting.
Pope's app, which is the official app of the Pope's Worldwide Prayer Network. So basically what happens is that you can all pray together using this app and kind of put all of your energy together, which would be better than just one individual praying.
Okay, that's fair, but it's also like, are they just trying to? Is there like low millennial attendance? That's a little bit what this feels like. Like, our millennial audience is way down. We need something stat, and somebody at the Vatican brainstorm was like, an app. They're all doing it. They love it. My nephew can't stop.
But there's a pray for the app now. Let me just see if there's anything else on this card that. Now the Pope plans to push out requests for prayers for the Church's mission in that Pray with the Pope section. The Pray Every Day section offers daily prayer suggestions, and the Pray with the Network section offers a place for people to post their own prayers requests. The app is available in Spanish, English, Italian, French, Portuguese, and German. And if you'd rather not put the app on your phone, there's a website where you can do the same exact thing.
Aw, that's
fun.
beautiful.
And there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. All the news that's fit to print.
That's right.
According to Brad Bernstein.
That's right.
Now Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, while I stand up to stretch
Right.
and take a leave of absence for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 45 minutes.
We got this.
I'll let you answer some immigration questions. No, I'm going to answer the immigration questions right now. But Belgium Kim, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, let everybody know that we will be answering your immigration questions. But I guess we're going right into it. You don't have to say anything. All right. And Julie, the TriCaster guy, says, Brad, There's no BSing today.
Right.
No BSing today. You're going right into immigration questions. So be it. Let's go to David in Hampton, Connecticut. David. David?
Hello, this is David.
David, what's up?
Yes, David.
What's up?
Yes, I attended my green card interview yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the officer actually it did not go well because he wrote something in my visa. He canceled my visa, and my wife filed for me. I came in 2017 here.
Why did it not go? Why did it not go? Don't give me a whole history, but just tell me what happened. Why did it not go well? What happened?
He told me that I came with a non-immigrant visa with an intent to stay, but I didn't come with an intent
All right,
to
so
stay.
let me ask you a question.
I came to
All right.
visit my wife.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You were already married. You came on a visitor's visa?
Yes, I came on a visitor's
let me
visa.
Just ask, let me ask the questions, okay? And then we'll get into what was in your mind in a minute. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you came on a visitor's visa. Where are you from?
I'm from Africa. I'm from Zambia, Africa.
Okay. Now, you were married to a U.S. citizen, to your wife. You said you came to visit your wife, so you were already married when you entered the United States, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I was married, but then by then she was not a U.S. citizen.
Wait. Let me ask the questions, and then I'm going to let you have your piece. I promise you. Okay? So you came on a visitor's visa.
Watching.
Okay, I'm going to help you. I promise you, I'm going to help you. You came on a visitor's visa. You're married to a U.S. citizen already. You came from Ghana. When did you come to the United States? What was the date?
I came on the 20th of January 2017.
Okay, you came January 20th, 2017. And you filed, and you live in Connecticut, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so you filed an adjustment application for an interview in Hartford, Connecticut. When did that adjustment application get filed? You came January 20th, 2017. When did you file the adjustment application?
March 12th, 2018.
March 12th, 2018?
Yes.
Okay, so then why did the immigration officer, you filed an adjustment application 15 months after you came here, so there's no way under the law that the immigration officer can rule that you came with the intent to get your green card unless you blurted out that was your intention.
No. I've been denied. I told him I didn't come with an intention to stay.
Okay.
I came to visit my wife.
Okay, and then what happened?
My wife became pregnant. She became pregnant in 2017, and she had an issue, a medical issue. She was bleeding, so I couldn't leave her alone. I couldn't leave my wife when she's in that condition. But the doctor told us that if the West come to the West, she might get seizure. She might get an operation during the birth. So that's the reason why.
Okay, so there is absolutely nothing wrong with what you did as far as immigration's concerned. I don't hear any misrepresentation. I don't hear that you intended to get your green card. There's nothing of that sort. So why did the officer say that? Or is he just trying to screw with you?
I don't know. He even canceled my visa. He wrote some word on my visa.
All right. So you need help, because either there is additional evidence that I don't know about, or this officer is totally violating your rights and not following the proper law. I don't know what it is, but you definitely need my help, because if he's not following the law, you need my help. And if he knows something more about you than what you're telling us right now, you need my help also. Either way, hold on 1 second, okay? Let's go to Stacy in Long Beach, California. Stacy.
Yes, hi, Brad.
How are you?
Hi, Yo-Yo, and hi. Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
He said hi, Yo-Yo, and that was it. It's Kim,
Stacey.
Belgium Kim.
I'm Tim.
All right,
Hi.
Stacy, what's going on?
Yes, I have a problem here. I'm going in for my interview, my VAWA interview soon.
Right.
However, when I was coming in like 2003, maybe around that time, I was coming in through custom, and I didn't declare my money. So they took it from me. I just remember this, and they took it from me. And then I had to get a lawyer to get it back. I didn't put that on the I-485. Would that be an issue?
Well, you didn't get arrested. You just had money seized from you. It was a civil forfeiture, not a criminal forfeiture, so it's fine. And you got your money back.
Yes, I got my money back.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. And another thing. A friend of mine, she wanted to know, her mother was arrested like in the late 80s in Canada for drugs. So that's like marijuana. And she's a citizen now, and she want to know if it's okay to file for her. But what happened is they canceled her visa when she was visiting U.S.
No, it's not okay to file. I mean, you could file for her, but she's not going to get a green card. Once you have a conviction for drugs, whether it happened in 1952, 82, 2002, it happened yesterday, no green card. You're never coming back to the United States.
No. It wasn't in the United States. It was in Canada. But when she was visiting the U.S., they took it.
It doesn't matter if it was on the planet Mars. If you have a drug conviction, if you have a drug conviction anywhere in this world, anywhere in this universe, in another galaxy, you can't come to America.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right. Thank you.
Let's go to Kenny in Houston, Texas. Kenny.
Hi, Mr. Bryan.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Oh, my God.
What's on my God?
I'm so happy today to talk to you, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir. I've been following you
Good.
I've been following you since 2009, and my hello to Yo-Yo and Belgium Kim. You guys are the best, sir.
Well, by the way,
so
he's very happy to speak to me.
I like that, Kenny.
Belgium Kim wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't.
So let me just tell you, I know.
Yeah.
So Kenny's happy to speak to me.
Yeah.
But he says that you and Yo-Yo are the best. I'm not.
Kenny,
you're
the best.
I'm not the best.
You're the man.
He's just happy to speak to me, but you two are the best.
Brad, come on.
It's okay.
You're the best, sir.
Okay. All right.
Kenny.
All right.
Kenny.
And now I'm equal to you now.
No,
Okay, very good.
I'm never taking my earpiece out again, Kenny.
All right, Kenny. What's going on? What can I do to help?
Yes, sir. I have these two questions, sir. I'm going to go straight to the question right away. So the first question is that I have a friend, and she had a child. He had a two child with a guy. The guy is a U.S. citizen, and then one of the child is a disabled child. So the first one, when I first had the first child for the guy, that child was a normal child. So the guy he got a U.S. passport for that child because the dad was an American citizen before she gave back to all those two child. So when they had the second child, when the guy found out that this child was a disabled child, she rejected that child and they abandoned that child till now. So
what do you mean? What do you mean the mother abandoned the disabled child? Where's this disabled child?
No, the dad abandoned the child.
The dad abandoned. All right, so okay.
Abandoned the child when he found out that this child is disabled. So this is it. So when the mother traveled here on a conference, on a spinal bifida conference, I think the conference was held in Oregon. So after the child started getting sick,
Kenny, I'm completely lost. So there was a couple in where is this, in Africa, that had a child, and the father abandoned the woman because the child was disabled. That's a terrible thing. And then what happened? Who came to America for a concert in Oregon?
The mother later applied for a U.S. visa.
The mother came to the concert in Oregon with the disabled child. So what's the question? Okay.
So after then, so she returned back to Africa with the child.
Who went back to Africa? So she went back to Africa with the child?
No, she couldn't go back to Africa with the child.
Okay, got it.
With the child. She couldn't go back to Africa with the child. So now she's trying to talk to the dad so that she can get a legal document for this child. And since then, this guy's been refusing. She had tried everything she could.
What kind of legal document does she want?
Yes, like she was asking the guy to apply for the citizen born abroad certificate for this child.
This guy is here. This guy is in the United States right now.
Yes, sir. He's in the United States right now.
And he has a green card.
Yes, sir. I know. He's a citizen. He's a citizen. The guy was actually born here.
Okay.
In America.
This guy was born in America.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir. So,
one second. If the man was born in America, and the child was born in another country, and that man lived in the United States for 5 years after the age of 14 and prior to the birth of this child, that disabled child's a U.S. citizen.
Yes, sir. But he refused to pull out the paperwork in for the child.
He doesn't need to fill it out. We just have to get documentation to prove that he's a U.S. citizen.
Okay,
and
sir.
lived here.
He never married to the mother.
It doesn't matter.
At all.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let the mother call us. I mean, we're going to have trouble proving that the man was living here, but we're going to figure it out. We don't need him to sign anything. All right?
Oh, my God. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, so let him. We just got to prove that the man's a citizen. So we'll see what we have. All right? So hold on 1 second.
Oh, my God, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, let's go to Nadine in Memphis. Nadine.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
By the way, Nadine, I just want you to know, I just see here that Marvin Licati wants to know what the show phone number is. It goes right below the screen right there, Marvin. See, it says call 1-800-529-5465. Are you playing Pac-Man? Nadine?
Hello.
Hi. Are you playing Pac-Man? It sounds like a game show in the back. I mean, a game.
No, sir.
Arcade game. All right, what's
I'm
going on?
at work, so my beeper went off.
I see. Yes. Okay.
My question is, if you diagnose with breast cancer, and after you finish your treatment, like everything, like in your body shut down, like slow reading, all those kind of things, and I'm a green card. It's a green card holder. I would like to apply for my citizenship. How do I go about that?
Well, how long have you had a green card?
5 years now.
Okay. And so what you're saying is you're not going to be able to pass the test?
Yeah, because after I finish my chemotherapy,
so
I don't know.
You would need to go and get a some sort of test by a doctor. That will give you some sort of medical test. The doctor just can't write a letter and say, it's my opinion she doesn't know how to read or write or because of this. You would have to actually go through some sort of scientific testing, depending on what your situation is, then to say, we did this ABC test, whatever that test is. And based on this ABC test, as a result of the chemotherapy or whatever it is, she's not able to do whatever's required to pass the test, and now you have a physical disability, then you would be exempt. But short of that, you're not going to be able to do anything. So the first step is to go back to the doctor and then ask the doctor what tests can be done, and then even before the doctor does these tests, I don't want you to spend all this money, maybe at least have a consultation with us, so then we can speak to the doctor and make sure whatever test the doctor's going to do would pass muster with immigration. All right, so
but she didn't do the chemotherapy in America. But
it doesn't matter. It's about what your situation is today, not about your prior chemotherapy. Right. So hold on 1 second. Let's go to Andre in Edison, New Jersey. Andre.
Hello.
How are you, Andre? Andre?
Yes. Hello.
How are you?
I'm not bad at all.
What's going on?
All right. The thing is, I did the I-475.
I-45.
Adjustment of status.
I-45.
Yeah, sorry. The adjustment of status, right? I have a emergency where my dad passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that. What you can do is, if you get the death certificate from the funeral home, you can go to the local immigration office, and they will give you an advance parole to travel home for the funeral.
No, I called them. They gave me an appointment for Monday, but I don't. They certificate medical certificate similar to death certificate.
Just got to bring. You
Has
got to
a
bring.
right
You got to
to-
bring. You got to bring proof that your father passed away, and they will give you the advance parole on Monday. But you need proof of it.
Okay.
Get a
even
letter.
if
Get a
it's
letter.
written?
Get a letter from the funeral home. Get a death certificate. Get something, and bring it into immigration on Monday.
Okay. And that's a surety or no?
I'm telling you what the law is. I don't know what they're going to do, particularly for you, but you should get it. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Marvin in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hey, Brad. I'm
Hey, how are
calling. My mom was detained by ICE earlier this month, and they released her to my custody. And they gave her a notice to NTA notice to appear.
Right.
And there is no set date there. I just wanted to get the proceeding process when she gets a notice like that. She came in the 80s during Ronald Reagan's Amnesty Act.
Why was she arrested by ICE?
She was arrested for battery and interfering with a police officer.
When?
December.
This is her first arrest ever?
First arrest ever. She's a law-abiding citizen. She hasn't committed any crime.
And was she
And
found
that's
guilty?
due because of her mental condition.
Was she found guilty? Was she found guilty of anything?
No, it's still pending. We haven't went to her court date yet for that.
So she is out of status. She's out of status. They put her in deportation because she's out of status, not because of the arrest, then, because she doesn't have a criminal record.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So she's been living here since the 1980s. She never got the amnesty. She never applied for a green card then.
She did. She got a temporary green card.
Because
we were moving from house to house.
So in the old amnesty from the Ronald Reagan time, just so for everybody to understand, you would get a what's called a temporary green card, not a they call marriage. It was a temporary green card, and you had after you got the temporary green card, it was great. It was good for 2 years, and you had 45 months after those 2 years. And you can renew it year after year, but you had 45 months from the expiration of the temporary green card to apply for your permanent green card. And if you didn't do it, then that was it. So obviously what happened was your mom got the temporary.
She fell out of status.
Never applied, never over that 45-month period ever applied for the permanent one, and as a result fell out of status, and there's nothing you can do about it now. So now
we did appeal multiple times.
It doesn't matter. It's past the point. Now, you're a citizen of the United States.
Yeah, she has 4 children. I'm a citizen.
So she should have adjusted her status. You're over 21, so you could file to adjust your status.
That's correct, and I'm working on that. I just wanted to know the proceeding.
The proceeding is
how
this.
long-
The proceeding is this. You have to file an I-130 visa petition for your mother. You should be doing it right now. You can't file it. You can't. Let me tell you the proceeding. I'm telling you. You cannot file an adjustment for her at the present time because she's in removal. You got to wait for the court to schedule a notice to appear, a court hearing based on the notice to appear. Hopefully, it'll happen in the next month.
And I know
two.
it's backlogged. They said it's going to take months.
So then that's what, unfortunately, she's been here out of status for 20 years. You think another 3 months is going to kill her at this point? I mean, I'm just being realistic.
It gives me more time.
It doesn't. You don't need any more time. What you need is it should have been done 20 years ago, but now you're doing it now. Let me explain to you what needs to happen. You need to file an I-130. You got to wait for the court date. At the court date, you say, "Here's my receipt for the I-130. My mother is eligible to adjust," and the judge is going to say, "I'm not doing anything until this criminal case is resolved." So he's just going to adjourn the court date until the criminal case is resolved. Hopefully.
Now, for the criminal case, should I have her plead not guilty until they lower the whatever they're going to, or the state's going to?
By the way, if anybody's ever needed an immigration lawyer, Marvin, it's you and your mom. Okay? I've never heard, I would say this week, of everybody that's called, you need an immigration lawyer more than anybody. Okay?
Yeah, I have one. I'm just getting more information.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, the answer is she shouldn't be pleading guilty to anything. And if they say plead guilty to something, you got to pass it through your immigration lawyer before she pleads guilty to anything.
Yeah.
All right?
So I should just take the lowest offer they give me.
No, because the lowest offer may be a felony. And she gets deported.
No, I mean, I don't want that to happen.
That's why I said you need a good immigration lawyer.
I want it to be dismissed.
Of course you want it to be dismissed, but if she assaulted a police officer, maybe it won't be dismissed. I don't know. Okay? What I'm saying is you can't just say, I'm going to take the lowest thing and that's it, because the lowest thing may be deportation. You can only take a petty offense. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right? So hold on one second. You need more help than I can offer you on the show. Hold on. She needs like personal one-on-one help.
Listen, he said he got a lawyer.
Well, that lawyer ain't helping him.
Right.
All right. And Adam in Norfolk, Virginia.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing? All right. I'm doing all right. Okay. I got two questions. Also, what is the benefit of this N600 if your child already has a U.S. passport?
Because the Department of Homeland Security is the definitive arbiter of whether that your child's a citizen or not the Department of State. And every person should have 2 forms of identification to prove they're a U.S. citizen. I've had clients who got U.S. passports, and the Department of Homeland Security said you're not a citizen and tried to put them in deportation. So ultimately, you need the N600, the certificate of citizenship. That is the ultimate arbiter of you're a U.S. citizen.
Okay. So it's like you make her strongly got evidence for his citizenship, right?
Having a U.S. passport is evidence that you're a citizen. Having a certificate of citizenship is definitive that you're a citizen.
Okay. So an expired U.S. passport is a proof of citizenship?
It is
Or
evident.
not?
It's an expired U.S. passport is evidence that you're a citizen. But if you were not born in the United States, then definitive evidence that you're a citizen is a certificate of citizenship.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Because the certificate of citizenship trumps the passport. So if Department of Homeland Security says we're not going to give you a certificate of citizenship, that passport's useless. You're not a citizen.
Right. That makes sense.
I've seen that happen. I've seen people get U.S.
Really?
passports and then got in trouble, and they said, wait a second, I got this U.S. passport. And Department of Homeland Security says, we don't believe you're a citizen. We're putting you in deportation.
What is the recourse then? Can you
Prove to the Department of Homeland Security that, in fact, you're a citizen.
by getting a
Certificate of citizenship.
Wow.
Yes. Joan in Brooklyn. Joan.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just want some clarification on a situation here. I am visiting from Jamaica.
Right.
My son is here. He got in some trouble. He went to a correction facility somewhere in Philly, and he did 9 months. And then ICE came for him and took him to another.
What was the trouble? What was the trouble he got in?
They found ganja.
Drugs.
Right.
Does he have a green card?
He had a temporary one. He didn't get his permanent one.
He's going to get deported.
He's going to get deported?
Yep. He hasn't had a green card long enough to stay in America with a drug conviction and in jail.
And there's nothing I can do about it?
Nothing you can do about it, no.
Oh, because he said he had a lawyer, and the lawyer said that he could go to court and try to get a pardon or a forgiveness.
Well, that's a different story. You asked me if there's anything you can do as a mother. The answer is no.
No, sorry.
Okay.
Not
okay.
me, not me,
All right,
not
okay.
me.
So I was just answering your questions, and then I was going to tell you what he should do.
Okay.
All right. So when you have a drug conviction, there's only 2 things you can do. Get rid of the drug conviction, which is vacate that conviction somehow. Whether or not he can or can't, I don't know. Or alternatively, prove somehow that your life is in danger if you go back to your home country, which would be some sort of withholding of removal or convention against torture. Generally on the drug cases, he's from Jamaica?
Yeah.
The only 2 times I've ever seen situations, I'll just give you like fact patterns that I've seen worked, is I've been convicted of drugs and I ratted out some guy, and that guy has some bad people in Jamaica or in another country that if I go home, they're going to kill me. Or I pled guilty to drugs, and I'm just talking about particularly Jamaica. I pled guilty to drugs, but the fact is I'm a homosexual, and my family knows, my friends know, and if I go home, they don't like homosexuals in Jamaica. They're going to kill me. That's it that I've ever seen, at least from Jamaica. Different countries are different things. Okay? Or he's going to vacate his conviction. I've just told you all 3 possibilities. Hold on. All right, because we got to go. We got a lot more people. But those are But Raj in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Yeah, actually, I applied for. I'm a student. I got married. My wife, she's from here. She's citizen. So I done with my biometrics last week. So how much time it will take? Next step for is that like interview or EAD?
Well, you should get an EAD about 6 months after you file, and you'll get an interview 12 to 24 months after you file.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because based on 2018 and 17, when I was browsing, I see a lot of interviews come first and EADs come later. So I was just.
No, your work permit will come first.
Oh, okay.
The only
Got
time
it.
that interviews happen before the work permit is when you start cases.
Okay. And I have a kid. Actually, I have a kid. So can I take if in case like interview schedule? Can we take kids with us?
Absolutely.
Oh,
If you
okay.
don't have childcare, bring your kid with you.
Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right, good luck with that.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Let's go to Imano. Imano in Denver? Is that the name?
Yes.
Imano, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah. I got married to a U.S. citizen. We petitioned for the adjustment of status.
Right.
I did my biometric. This afternoon, I went to online and I saw interview is scheduled. We will send you an interview notice. It's been 5 months now. I haven't received my authorization.
That's not what
So I wanted to find out-
that's not what the says on the computer, I can guarantee you. It doesn't say your interview is scheduled. It says your interview is ready to be scheduled. And what that means is, and they use a really bad language, immigration, because it gets everybody excited that your interview is going to be scheduled tomorrow. And it doesn't say the interview will be scheduled tomorrow. It says you are ready to be interviewed, which means
My
that
situation is interview was scheduled.
was scheduled.
Yes, please.
Uses the word was.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Then you screwed up. I don't know what that means, right? But then you screwed up, okay? Or they screwed up, okay? But generally, I will tell you what it says is it says ready to be scheduled, and that could be scheduled in a month, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now. If your interview was scheduled and you didn't go, that means you've been denied.
No,
So they would never use the word. So quite frankly, as I'm just thinking this through, they would never use the word your interview was scheduled, because they would say you were denied, you didn't show up to your interview. So you need help. Hold on. You need help. We're not going to go through the semantics of what it is. Kim's like, yeah. Kim's just agreed with me, whatever. Okay, but it's what and we've answered those questions before. It says, what does it mean when it says, my papers were, it means that they look through everything, you're ready to be scheduled, but it may not be scheduled for a year from now or 18 months from now.
Yep.
I guarantee you that's what it says. Okay? Nicole in Schenectady, New York.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Nicole.
I have I-797A. It was dated June 2017. But my father died a couple of days ago, and I wanted to go back for his funeral. I know I have to have a waiver, but I didn't know what to do.
What do you mean you have an I-797A? What?
It's for a petition for a U non-immigrant visa.
A petition for what? A U visa.
A U
visa.
visa.
Okay.
I have a U visa.
Okay. Now you're not going to be eligible to travel with a pending U visa unless you got approved for it.
Oh, it was approved.
Oh, it was approved. Okay.
Yes, it's approved.
All right. So now what you would need to do is you would need to apply for a visa back home. Now, generally speaking, you would have to go home to the funeral and then come back, go to the U.S. Embassy, get a U visa, the actual visa to come back. They will forgive the 10-year bar on you, but you should definitely do it in the process of being with a lawyer. Okay, so you don't necessarily need a waiver, but you need to know the process. So hold on 1 second, okay? Let's go to Elena in Phoenix, Arizona. Elena.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I have a question. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, and I got my green card for 10 years. My husband is he has a contract job for U.S. military, but he's like mechanic, he's civilian. And he asked me to come over with kids. And we came over because on the site we saw the information that I can be out of the States for like no more than 1 year. So then we came back to the States for vacation. We got in trouble at the border because they say that I can be out of the States more than 6 months. And now I'm outside of the States. I have a question. Is there any chance that I can go back to the States?
Where are you from,
with my
Elena?
family?
Where are you from?
Ukraine.
You're from Are you in Ukraine now?
No,
Where are
I'm in Poland right now. My husband has a contract in Poland, so I'm with him.
But he's working.
Poland.
He's working with the U.S. military.
For U.S. He's a contractor, so he's civilian.
When you got stopped coming in, did they deport you, or they just asked you to withdraw your admission?
They ask you for, like, do we have any orders from the military?
Right, but what happened? Did they give you a paper saying you can't come back ever? You got deported, or did they say they said just withdraw your admission and leave?
No, they let us in.
Oh, they did let you in.
Explained situation.
They did let you in.
Yeah, but we gotta go back.
Okay.
Because
all right. So now, how long have you been out of the country now?
6 months.
6 months. Okay. So what? So
After last vacation.
Okay. So you're scared that they're going to give you a problem coming back again, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
This is what they say.
So,
that.
all right. So this is what you need to do, and we can help you this. What you need is what's called an SB1 visa. Okay, which is basically a request to return to the United States to maintain your lawful residence after you've been out of the country for long periods of time. And you have to show that it's not your fault you're out of the country. Your husband's working for the military as a civilian contractor, and you have to show that you still have ties to the United States. And you should be able to get what's called an SB1 visa, and that way you'll have a much easier time when you get at the border. You just hand them the SB1 visa. It's done through the U.S. Embassy, so you kind of basically argue it all out at the U.S. Embassy, so you don't feel the pressure of at the border, what are they going to do to me? And then at the border, you show them the SB1 visa, they let you in, and they smile and say, welcome home. So we can help you with all of that. So hold on 1 second, okay? All right. So we have people calling from all over now. All over. Okay, we have now here, look, Moses in Lagos, Nigeria.
Hey, Lagos.
Lagos.
That's where my dad is from. My dad is from Lagos, Nigeria.
Moses, you know Jonathan's dad.
Hello.
Hello, Moses.
Hello, Brad. My name is Moses. I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos. Yes, that's where
Lagos,
Jonathan's dad.
Listen, yeah, my dad is from Lagos.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bit
He doesn't really
he doesn't care.
Okay, what Moses, what's going on?
Yeah, I have a bit of challenge here. I have a B1, B2 visa since 2008. I've visited the U.S. several times, more than 7 times. So during my last visit, I was during my last renewal, I was invited under 221G, and I was confronted that my ex-wife and there was obtained visa.
I'm
which
lost.
I'm
I'm
not
lost.
entitled to.
I'm lost. Start again. I'm confused. What's going on? Start again.
Okay, I have U.S. visa. I've been coming to U.S. in 2008.
What kind of visa do
During
you
my
have?
last-
Is it a tourist visa?
Yeah, B1, B2 visa.
Okay.
Yeah, during my last renewal, I was invited under 221G for an interview.
You were invited
Did you
for
get
a
that?
you were invited for a 221G?
Yeah, for an interview at the embassy.
For what reason?
Yeah, during the interview, they told me my ex-wife, I'm divorced, and they told me my ex-wife obtained a visa, and I was refused. You know, and I don't concur to her obtaining visa. We've been separated in 2014, and I updated my status as a separated and divorced. So that's the challenge I'm having, and I need advice and guide on this.
So they're trying to take your visa away for some sort of fraud when you said you were married when you were not.
They didn't renew it. They didn't renew it for me. They said they said my ex-wife obtained a visa.
What does that have
So
to do?
based
What does
on
your
that, they are-
ex-wife have to do with your visa?
Well, I don't know. That's what they told me.
So this
That's
is
what
what.
he
Let
told
me
me.
let me repeat what I understand, because what I understand makes no
Yeah.
sense. But let me repeat what I understand. You had a tourist
Okay.
visa. You're from Lagos, Nigeria. You go back and forth.
Yeah.
You have an ex-wife. Your ex-wife did
Yeah.
something fraudulent. When you went back to get your visa, they took it away because of something your ex-wife did.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
And
and you omitted what? Because we got to hear what you did wrong. What was omitted by you?
Sorry? I didn't get that?
You said you omitted something. What was omitted?
I said I updated my status as
updated your
separated and
status.
divorced. You know, on every NEWA, you have to update your status. My status, that should have prompted them that she's no longer with me.
Well, I
don't know this. They are claiming.
I'm not sure. Are they saying you lied to them, or are they just saying you don't have enough ties to Nigeria?
They are not that. They are insinuating that I'm a party to her being obtained visa. They are insinuating that I got to know I'm a party to it, and I was never a party to it. We've been separated.
They're insinuating what?
They are insinuating that I gave her a kind of support to get the visa, which I never did.
You gave. All right. So they're saying you committed some sort of fraud, whether it's
Yeah,
on
that's
your
what- that's
visa
what they're
or okay.
insinuating.
All right. So then what you need
That's
to
what-
okay. I don't have the answer at the moment. Okay. So but this is what we
Okay,
need to do,
okay.
because if you committed fraud, they're not going to give you the visa. So this is what we need to do. We need
Yeah.
to have a consultation with you and really get all these facts. Okay. Because it took me a long time just
Okay.
to figure out just the basics of this. I mean, we got to get to the specifics, nail down exactly what they
Okay.
claim you did right or wrong. And then
Okay.
what we need to do is then speak to the U.S. Embassy, hear what they say
Okay.
you did, compare their story to your story, and see if we can convince the embassy that your story is right and their story is wrong. Okay? And then you
Okay,
get a visa back.
Okay.
Hold
Okay,
on.
I have all.
Hold on. We can't hear his story anymore. All right? Because I'll be like, what? Huh? What?
We got other people to help.
But not only we got over here, I was like, I couldn't figure out what was going on. All right, I finally figured out that he committed some sort of fraud on his wife's visa.
Right.
Okay. Higor in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Hey, how are you guys?
How are you?
Not bad. I have a quick question. Basically, I've been in line. I married my wife. She's American. We've been married since June of 2017.
Right.
And we applied on July. And I've been waiting since then. The office here is crazy backed up.
They're backed up everywhere. They're backed up everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But basically, I just have a quick question. When I go to check my processing times, the website where you can check each office and see how long it takes for them to process the applications, I've read it a million times, and I'm still not sure 100% what exactly means that one date, the receipt date that they have on the side. Is that the date that my local office is actively working on applications, or is it like a date that I have to wait until I need to call them and ask them
No,
what's going on?
That's a date. So if you go online and let's say it says you're in Fort Lauderdale, so maybe Miami, I guess, is the office you would go to, and it says online Miami is working on January 1st, 2017. I have no idea. I'm just making it up. I don't know what date they're up. That's the date in which they're looking at applications to schedule for appointments.
Oh, so that means that they're actually working on applications from that time frame.
Correct. So let's say, for example, you filed your paperwork on May 1st, 2017, but your file was transferred to Miami September 1st, 2017. Your control date is the September 1st, 2017.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Cool.
What the date in which your application made it to Miami.
Gotcha.
All right.
Perfect, man.
All right.
Okay,
Got it?
cool. I appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. All right, Guy. I love being called Guy.
Guy.
Yeah. Okay, Guy.
Hey, Guy.
Yes, Guy. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. What about dude?
Yeah, dude's not bad either.
I like
but
that.
dude has a lot of different meanings.
Yeah.
What's
You know how many
one-
different meanings dudes have?
What? How
It's like
many?
a lot.
How?
Like, hey, dude, right?
It's all about inflection.
It's
Or
all about-
dude.
dude, like you screwed up, like.
Yeah.
Or if you go, dude.
Yeah.
You know, or like if like Kim is like behind the door with a knife, I go, dude.
Dude.
Right, exactly. So I mean, it's all different,
I feel
you
like
know.
they're still the same meanings.
No, completely different.
You're
Completely
calling out
different.
a dude.
No, there's dude. Dude, that means you screwed up.
Yeah.
Okay, when you go dude,
Yeah.
and then dude, that means
Dude?
like there's somebody there about to kill you.
Right. Right.
There's a lot of different dudes.
Yeah. No. I'm on.
Would you
Team
understand
Brad.
that?
I'm on Team Brad
Yes.
with this one. I actually
Yeah.
do understand that.
Yeah.
I
Right,
understand what you're saying, but you're still calling a dude.
Yeah, but it's different. There's levels. There's levels.
All right, we
There's
gotta
different
get
levels,
we gotta
yes.
get to something we like to call here social media check-in. All right.
We've got.
By
our
the
first-
way, Kneve Black Strat Robinson said dude also means gay. No, dude doesn't mean
What?
gay.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't mean
Dude.
gay.
Dude.
Maybe
No.
no, dude.
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 That means no.
No.
That means no. Now if you say, oh my God, these are two dudes, different story. Maybe.
Maybe.
But dude, no. All right, let's go back one more time. We got to do something we like to call social media check-in. All right.
We've got our first question from a name in Arabic, which I don't speak. So, Mary would like to know. Sorry. I hope that you answer this question. We are. I did my interview on December 3rd. The consulate said that said something to me that, because I did an interview with him months ago and my visa was denied. But this time he just says, you, and gave to me a white slip 221G. Is that the same person who called about the 221G?
It may be Moses from Lagos, Nigeria.
Maybe it's Moses from Lagos, Nigeria. And he said his answers are to the question. He said answer these questions on here by email, and they were really simple questions. Then he gave me my passport back. I see my visa got advanced parole on November 30th. Until now, I haven't heard anything. My
Advanced parole?
Yeah.
There's no advanced parole at the U.S. Embassy, Moses.
It says, see my visa goes AP since 30th of November. Administrative processing.
Correct.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
I didn't hear
that was your issue then, right?
Yeah, that was my
Okay.
fault. He said AP, I just guessed.
Don't guess.
No, don't guess.
Because you assume.
And we all know what happens.
Make an ass out of
you
Belgium,
and me.
Kim, and Brent. That's right.
I didn't hear from them about anything. My visa was a B1 and my country is Mauritania.
Oh, this is something different.
Different.
Okay, so all of this, whenever you have 221G, it's fraud issues. You lied, you made a misrepresentation, you didn't tell the truth. Now, misrepresentation is telling an untruth to get a benefit. If you tell an untruth to get a benefit from immigration, that's bar for life. Okay, so now what administrative processing means is they're looking into all of this. They don't know, they haven't made a final decision yet. They're investigating. Administrative processing means we're investigating this. It's like Groundhog Sam with a little investigation hat on the bowl. If you watched in the morning, so I can't tell you what they're investigating. I don't know whether you did something right or wrong, whether you knowingly made a misrepresentation, because that's the other part I forgot to say. You have to knowingly in your head lie. Okay. If you lie, but you didn't know you were lying, okay, then that's a different story. So the answer is, all of these 221Gs the embassy requires me to find your story, speak to the embassy, hear their story, and then see if we can put it together.
All right. Esmeen Bowden on YouTube says, my friend is here in America on an AB1, B2 visa. Her son
An
is
AB123 visa? What is this?
AB1, B2.
On A.
Okay, B1, B2.
On A, like an an, it's the A, it's part of the pronunciation. Yes. It's like part of the grammar, not the actual visa.
Yeah.
On a B1, B2 visa.
Yes.
Correct?
They just put it together.
Correct.
Yeah. Her son is going to file for her. Will this cause a problem?
Why is this a problem?
Just asking.
As long as your son files for you more than 90 days after you got here, it will not be a problem.
I mean,
right.
Sorry, got it.
You okay?
I am okay now.
Aminata would like to know, hey Brad, when is the best time to submit the I-160? I'm an American citizen.
There is no I-160, the I-601.
Maybe.
That is after the denial.
All right. Cheryl on YouTube says, hey, my mom is a citizen. She petitioned for us in 2014, unmarried sons and daughters. My priority date is February 24th. How much longer do I have to wait for my green card? We are in Jamaica.
They're up to September 22nd, 2011, so you're waiting at least 3 more years.
Gayu said, I did my interview like 3 months ago. How much longer do I need to wait for my green card?
I don't know, maybe forever. It depends on what the problems were with your interview. I have no idea. Sometimes people wait forever because they're going to get denied.
Right.
Sometimes you're missing documents. Sometimes the immigration officer's lazy. I have no idea. If I knew, I would tell you.
Lorena has a question. How come others got their green card without an interview?
Not anymore. That was years ago.
Godfred said, when you marry on a B1, B2 visa to a U.S. citizen, can you apply for your work permit without applying for a green card?
Asked and answered in the beginning of the show. No. Remember I had the whole thing, you have to file the I-45?
You have to file that.
Come on, Kim.
It messes me up, Brad. It messes me up.
Right.
It does. It messes me up.
Godfrey got it answered twice.
Godfrey got an answer
You got a
twice.
free one.
That lucky man.
Lucky guy.
It's Shaboom Nisha.
Shabuma?
What?
Did you call her name Shabuma?
Did I say that?
Isha
I definitely didn't say
I
that.
thought you said call her name Shabuma. I'm like, that's some name, Shabuma.
It's Shaboom Nisha.
Did you have Shake Shack again today?
Right.
I'm going to tell you something. When I eat a lot of chemicals, I'm a little off.
That's what I'm saying.
I like my whole chemical balance is off.
Little loop-de-loop there.
Yeah.
It's in that cup, that drink.
That's it. Yeah, there it is.
That's a drink.
Drink.
Asking for a friend. Her 1485 was deemed insufficient filing.
I-485.
Oh. Okay. I-485 was deemed insufficient filing, and they sent her a letter. It was returned by the post office. She requested it back, haven't got anything back, and her affidavit 864 affidavit is missing from her filing. Do you think that she should send it in?
No, I think you have to send in a completed application. So if something's missing, you've got to do it all over again.
Ken has a follow-up question. He said you advised him, based on another question, to wait until his VAWA is over to file for divorce. So I'm filing for my kid's custody, and my lawyer was telling me just to file for divorce with the custody because it's still going to cost me just as much if I did it later. What's your stance on that?
Well, those are two different things. If you're asking me how you save money, get divorced and do the custody at the same time. If you're asking me what's the smartest thing for immigration, don't get divorced yet. Want to know why? Because as soon as you file a divorce, you've now put a statute of limitations on your VAWA application. The day you get divorced, you have 2 years in which to get your green card through a VAWA application. Now, that doesn't mean 2 years to actually get it. It means 2 years to file. You've already filed for it. So assuming your VAWA application is going to get approved, whether you start a divorce today or in 6 months or in a year from now, it doesn't really matter. What I have seen is this. People file their VAWA application. It takes 2 years for immigration to process, sometimes 2.5 years for immigration to process the VAWA applications. You start a divorce a few months after you file your VAWA application. 2 years goes by, you're divorced, everything looks going great on the VAWA application. You go for your interview and you realize you're missing a document. You realize your medical is no good anymore. You realize you checked the wrong box, whatever it is, they deny you. So what's the solution when all this happens? You just refile it again, no problem. Oh, wait a second, you got divorced more than 2 years ago. You just gave yourself a statute of limitations. You can't refile again. So I'm telling you not to do it. Make sense?
Yeah.
That makes an incredible amount of sense.
All right, Angela has a question. Asking for a friend. She's a citizen. She'll like to sponsor her parents from Guyana and at the same time sponsor her fiance. Can she do all of these together at once?
Yes.
Melissa said, how long does it take for an unmarried daughter living in Jamaica who's being filed for by her mother? She was approved in 2014.
Another 3-4 years.
I love somebody who can give us all that information. That was all the right information.
Right. And nice and short and
Yes.
sweet. Precise. Curly Girl Shauna says, "Squad up, Brad and the crew."
Hey.
So I have I know the government was reopened today. My question is, what does this mean for VAWA? Did it get reauthorized? What's the update?
I assume it did. The government reopened at 2 o'clock today. I didn't read the fine print, and we got on the air at 5:30. We'll know more on Monday. I assume it did, though.
Tamika is asking for a friend. She said, what forms should you use when sponsoring a husband? Totally hypothetically.
Where is this husband?
Let's, in a completely hypothetical world, say Jamaica, Brad.
An I-130 and I-130A.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy.
All right. Mia says, if a person was charged with marijuana spend time, then after open back the case and have that felony dropped to a misdemeanor, can he file for citizenship?
I would need to know more about what was the case about. You're still a deportable alien.
We've got Rayan who said, my question is, can I bring my fiance to celebrate our wedding in the U.S.? And if so, how?
You're getting married in another country. You cannot bring your fiance to the United States to celebrate your wedding. You would have to come back, file for your then spouse, and it will take about a year and a half.
All right. Ronnie, or Roni.
Roni.
R-O-N-Y.
Roni.
Roni, right?
Isn't it Rice-A-Roni?
Well, that's R-O-N-I.
What is this?
R-O-N-Y.
It's Ronnie.
Right?
But then pony is P-O-N-Y. Ronnie, I thought it would be two N's.
That's true.
That is very true.
The consonant is what dictates the sound of the vowel at the end.
Tony is what?
T-O-N-Y.
One N.
And so this is
Roni.
Roni.
I think it's Roni.
I'm still going to go Ronnie.
All right, Ronnie. I have a question. My friend came here as a visitor and she overstayed. Now she's married to a U.S. citizen. Would that be a problem for her to get a green card? If not, how long will it take?
Not a problem. You file the adjustment. It'll take about 12 to 18 months.
We've got a question from Diana who said, Brad, if a conditional green card holder filed for 20 years, she's now 10 months from her 21st birthday, do you think she's going to get through, or is she going to age out?
Going to age out.
Oh.
Ali Shell, what all forms do I need to file for my boyfriend in Jamaica to get the fiance visa started? I wanted to know all the forms to file at one time.
The I-129F petition.
Don Harriet said, how does a person go about getting a U.S. passport if they are not a citizen? Is that possible?
Belgium, Kim.
Yeah.
What color is George Washington's white horse?
It's a white horse, Brad.
Yes. Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias. Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Grant.
Exactly. Dawn Harriet, can you get a U.S. passport if you're not a U.S. citizen? Ask yourself that. Okay. Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, that was tough love. Yeah.
Tough love. We've got a question.
All right. Nicole has a question. My question is, my friend did her interview the 9th of this month, and the officer said that they're looking into the case. Do you think it's possible she'll be getting her green card or work permit?
Well, you should have got, if they did the interview, that you should have got your work permit a long time ago. So that's already a screw up there in terms of what you think you're getting. I don't know. I wasn't there on the interview. Okay, is your friend a good person? Is your friend a mass murderer? Did she sell drugs? Is this a good marriage? Was the affidavit support good? Does she have communicable diseases? Do they think she committed fraud somehow? I don't know any of this. Do I think she's going to get a green card?
Do you?
I do know that George Washington's horse is white.
We have to get you like a legit magic 8-ball,
Yes.
so that whenever people ask you these questions, you can just shake it.
That would be great. That would be great. Yes. That's a good one. Yeah, I think we should do that.
Hey, production, no.
Kim, that would have been much better offset if we just came. You ready? Yes, we need a magic 8-ball.
We need a magic 8-ball.
Yes, that's a good one. Yes.
Sorry.
Right. Jilly, that's a good one. We like
You're
that.
seeing how the sausage is getting made, folks. Georgia wants to know how, now I'm going to fill in some blanks here because I don't know the whole thing, but how can a 70-year-old grandfather who is from Jamaica who came here in 1990 and had no family here was inspected on arrival. Now that's the whole question.
Ask this question one more time.
I know. How can a 70-year-old grandfather from Jamaica who came here in 1990, has no family here, and was inspected on arrival? That's all we have. Now, what does your Facebook to immigration translator say?
They want to know how to get a green card for grandpa.
Yeah.
Who came inspected in 1970 or whatever and has no...
1990,
right.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know how grandpa's going to get a green card.
Yeah.
How do I know this?
We need so much more information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as grandparent filing?
No. Oh, it's grandpa? Yes, of course. It's the...
I thought you were serious. I was like, what?
How would I know how? Yeah, there's no grandpa form.
All right, Brian on YouTube says, if someone gets locked up and deported for a Class A and B misdemeanor for controlled substance and marijuana, can they come back to the States? No.
Julian, the TriCaster guy, what do you think? Ask Julian. He wouldn't.
I know.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Next.
We've got a question from Latoya Henry Powell, who said, my husband will apply for his citizenship in September of this year, and right now he's about to file an I-130 for my children, which are his stepchildren. Should he go ahead and file or wait until he becomes a citizen?
No, file now and then upgrade when you become a citizen. It'll be faster.
Cheryl has a question. Hey, my mom is a citizen. She petitioned for us in 2014. Unmarried sons. Oh, I think I asked this. Busha TV. If you overstayed your visa and married to a green card holder that already applied for citizenship, would you have to let the USCIS know you married before your citizenship interview?
You married while your citizenship is pending?
So you overstayed your visa and you got married to a green card holder that already applied for the citizenship.
Okay, so when the green card holder goes on the citizenship interview, you don't have to write immigration ahead of time. But when you go on the citizenship interview, when you sit down, the immigration officer is going to go through your entire application, and you're going to stop them and say, nope, I got married, here's my marriage certificate. So you're going to take care of it all at the time of the interview. I'm just laughing. Everybody's laughing at poor grandpa.
Poor grandpa.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening with
Yes.
grandpa, and we really want to know.
So I'm listening. I'm listening
I want to get grandpa here.
I'm listening to Yannicka's question, and I'm reading the comments. I'm trying not to laugh, but everybody's laughing about grandpa.
I feel it. Like, he's 70 years old.
Yeah.
Let's get grandpa here.
I want grandpa to come.
Yeah. Should we start a GoFundMe for grandpa to get here?
But we need more than that.
Yeah.
Because he needs more than money. He needs a form. There's no grandpa form.
He needs an immigration attorney.
Yes,
if only. Emilio has a question. He said, hello there, guys. Very nice show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Emilio.
That was it?
No, he has a question, but I'd like to start with the compliments.
By the way, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
whenever I hear the word Emilio, the
That's
best
the best.
frozen pizza.
Oh.
Emilio's frozen
Were you
pizza.
Did you go Night at the Roxbury in your brain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Emilio!
Yes.
I was thinking of frozen pizza. With
not frozen pizza.
What was nice? Oh yeah, when he knocked the great movie.
Yeah, Night at the
It's a great
Roxbury.
movie.
One of the main stories that he tells is about, he's like, I swear to God, it was Emilio Estevez. And I'm like, Emilio! And it turns around and it's Emilio Estevez.
That and Mighty Ducks.
And Mighty Ducks, yeah.
Of course.
Those are the two main things.
All right, so now the question. Emilio has a question.
So Emilio, not Estevez, says, I have a question about my dad's case. Over 6 years ago, he made an asylum case and a withdrawal of removal, 10 years case. Now I'm 21. I don't know. Now I'm 21 and I'm sponsoring my dad, and I want to understand what the procedure is in regards to the asylum plus 10 years case. I still don't know what this means, Brattle. Yeah. Can this case be closed, or does he have to wait to see the immigration judge first?
Is Dad here in the United States?
Well, he has an asylum claim and a withdrawal of removal.
What is this 10-year?
I don't know what the 10 years case is. It says withdrawal of removal, parentheses, 10 years case.
All right, so it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like this.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like Dad filed for asylum, was denied his asylum.
Yeah.
Got withholding of removal. Withholding of removal means that you don't qualify for asylum, but your life is in danger if you go back home.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the judge says, the difference between asylum, withholding, or removal is asylum, you get a green card. Withholding or removal, the judge says, we're not going to deport you, but you don't get a green card.
Right.
So you have to go back to the judge to reopen the case to adjust the status because you're now 21.
Okay.
The 10-year thing would be cancellation removal, but I don't know where that falls into.
How that? Okay.
Right.
Colleen.
How's that? I figured it out.
That was, our Facebook to
Yes.
immigration translator is strong today.
Yes. Kaleem, I applied for my I-751 on September 1st, but they didn't call me for my interviews. When they call me, sorry, I'm trying to fix this. When they call me for my interview, and how many times can I travel in 1 year?
You have a pending I-751. You can travel as much as you want, just as if you had a green card. The only difference is just make sure you don't stay out of the country for more than 2-3 months at a time, and make sure you're back for your interview.
Marva said, if a person's mom's surname is spelled with an A instead of an O, but what was used on a marriage license was the wrong letter, can the updated one be used when sending in the forms for an adjustment of status?
Sure, you corrected it.
All right, Skylar says, my mom came here on her B1, B2 visa, and on her third visit, they asked her if she was working and told her if she lies, she will get 10 years. She got nervous and said yes, but the case is she was staying with her best friend and helped out with her kids. Can she do anything at this point?
Sounds like she got deported at the airport for misrepresentation.
Damn, yeah.
Damn.
So can she do anything?
No, she's misrepresentation. She got deported and misrepresentation.
But
so what's she gonna say? I wasn't working and I got bullied into. I mean, no one's gonna believe her.
Right, but that kind of was the
does
case.
Happen. Yeah. Well, according to her, yeah.
Oh,
now, if she could always, get married and do a waiver, you can do a waiver through a spouse or a parent.
So she can do that.
Correct.
All right.
Emily would like to know, I've got my permanent green card for 5 years now, which I got through marriage, and in the process of getting divorced right now. Could I still file for citizenship?
How long has she had her green card?
She's had her permanent green card 5 years, and they're currently going through the divorce.
If she's had a green card for 5 years, absolutely. I'm sorry, I had a momentary lapse of my brain wasn't working.
I saw it. I saw you leave your body for a
hot
second.
I did. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I have attention deficit disorder. So after I hear all of these questions, I start zoning out. But I'm back now.
It's true.
I'm back now.
You back?
Nice.
Latoya Powell. My husband will apply for his citizenship in September of this year, and right now he's about to file the I-130 for my children, which is his stepchildren. Should he go ahead and file or wait until he becomes a citizen?
File now and then upgrade when you become a citizen. It'll be faster.
Jaron said, we asked for a fiance visa and I did my interview on September 16th of last year. My case is in administrative processing. What should I do? Every time I email them, they just say wait.
How long has it been pending?
They did their interview in September of last year.
It was about 8 months now?
Yeah.
Either they don't believe it's a real marriage or there's some other issue. Come see us. If it looks like everything was fine, you could always sue them. But come see us first or have a consultation with us. Let's just make sure everything's good before you start going off and suing the government.
Yeah. O'Neill, how much would be the total amount on filing for my now wife and 7-year-old son, including adjustment of status?
It's $1,760 for both are adjusting?
It just says including adjustments, probably both.
All right, so it's $1,760 for your wife, another $535 for your 7-year-old, and because he's under 14, he gets a lower filing fee on the adjustment and does not have to pay the biometric fee. And I believe, but I'm never good with math.
Yes.
And I'm never good at filing fees. They always screw me up. I believe it's $990, but don't quote me on what the younger kid's fee is. But it's a lower fee.
All
but
right.
It's easy to look up.
All right.
You just Google it.
So easy
I mean,
to
I
Google.
can sit here and Google it, but you can Google it too.
Yeah.
You can Google it.
Google that.
Nicole said, how can a person apply for a juvenile green card for a 17-year-old? What they're saying is, how can you apply for 17-year-olds?
You have to show that you have to go to family court, get guardianship of the child, or do all of this before the child turns 18, and prove that it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with at least one of his parents because of abuse, abandonment, or neglect. And then file the CIGI application before the child reaches 18. The child will get a green card.
All right, Nadia says, are Bahamians eligible for asylum?
Everybody's eligible for asylum if you belong to a social group that's going to be persecuted if you go back home. Now, who's persecuting Bahamians back home, I have no idea.
Rosa Marie said, hey, Kim or Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, could you ask Brad this question?
Sure.
No problem. I'm a U.S. citizen since last July. I'd like to go ahead and file for my married son who's in Jamaica, but I want him to get a visiting visa first. Is that possible? And if so, how?
Get the visitor. Once you file for him, he's not getting a visitor's visa, so try for the visitor's visa first.
Okay. Kaleem says, thank you so much, Brad, for the answer. But when will they call me for the interview? I applied for my I-751 on September 1st.
Where's the 8 ball? It says...
Yeah,
what
sure.
Sure. Yes.
No problem. We've got another question from... Marie actually had a follow-up, and she says, because I remember Brad saying that if a person was being filed for and wants to travel to the U.S., they can get turned back at the airport, and I don't want that to happen to my only child. So if he gets a visitor's permit first, and then I file for him, and then he comes to visit, is he going to have problems at the airport?
Anything is possible, but, you never know. It can't be 100%.
Janice Wilson says, if a woman filed for asylum but put in the paperwork and got the work permit from the asylum claim, then married her husband, put in her papers, what's the best thing she could do?
Withdraw the asylum, because if you don't withdraw the asylum, you're never going to get a green card through the marriage.
Oh my God.
What?
We've gotten through all our questions.
No, Lisa Bling Rose says she didn't hear her question. Why?
What
and
was
she's
your
a top
question?
fan.
What was your question?
What was your question?
I don't know.
We did get just another one. Lisa, write your question again, because I don't see it. We did get one last minute one from Nathan, who said, I did my interview in June of 2018. The last time they said we should go home and check the mail. It's now been 6 months with absolutely nothing. What should I do?
Call me.
Yeah.
All right. Belgium Kim.
Yeah.
Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yeah.
Although the partial government shutdown is over, there was nearly 400,000 immigration court hearings have been canceled since it began on December 22nd.
Oh, wow.
In another edition of That Just Don't Make No Sense, our Miami field correspondent, Anna Azcona, is concerned about what that means for people. Let's check it out.
Hey friends from the Brad Show Live, I'm Anna Azcona. Government shutdown leads to canceled immigration hearings. Over 40,000 immigration court hearings have been canceled since Trump decided to declare a government shutdown on December 22nd. And on top of that, another 20,000 hearings are due to be canceled for every week that the government has been shut down, which is going to lead up to an estimate of 100,000 immigration court hearings that are going to be backed up, adding on more to the load that has already been backed up. My main concern here is, how is Trump going to solve this problem when the government is back up and he has all these immigration cases that need to be presented in court? What's going to happen with these immigrants? Are they going to be safe in this country? Are they going to be able to live normal lives? Or are they just going to be on standby until Trump decides to get the system moving again? The worst part is that these cases that have been postponed and those that have already been pending may have to wait till the end of 2022 to be able to present their case in court. I just want to know, are the new laws going to apply to them, or will the laws that are taking place right now be the ones that they would have to deal with in 2022? Because I don't think it's fair if, let's say, they decide to deport all undocumented immigrants and not giving them the chance to present their court case. That just doesn't make any sense, and this just sounds like a big total mess. There's so many questions that need to be answered by Mr. Trump because it's not fair to leave these immigrants hopeless. And let me just add, the backlog of immigration cases have risen over 50% since Trump took office. And how is he trying to fix our immigration system again? Anyways, that just doesn't make any sense.
This is a good GIF, Kim.
Good to know.
All right, we got comments of the day. What do we got in comments of the day?
All right, our very first one is from a person we haven't seen in a little while. LVLX Gaming is back. Welcome back. If Brad became a Supreme Court judge, I think he should wear a cape to match the robe.
Whoa.
That's right.
We need to get you a cape.
What are you talking about? What, I'm wearing a cape?
Because you're a superhero.
Ah! It's a long day. I'm sorry.
I was going to say.
I'm sorry. Long day. Got it now. Okay.
Let's break it all down.
Yeah, we have to break that one down for me.
All right. Our next one is from Don Harriet. She says, Brad, you make the news so simple to understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is true.
Thank you very much. Don't you learn all your news from me, Jonathan?
I learned all my news.
Jonathan never watches the news.
I don't.
And this is true. He always comes in. He says, "You know what? I learned everything that's going on."
This is so true. And I feel like I sound smart when I speak to my friends too because I understand what's going on.
That's right.
I know stuff that they don't know.
That's true. Like, who's our vice president? I know.
Oh, right. Yes. Finally. Right.
Rich Kid C said, this is the #1 immigration show in the world. Go Brad Squad.
I want you, very good. I want you to know, if you want to get comments of the day, all you got to do is basically compliment me or the show, right?
Yeah. There is no secret.
You got it.
There's no secret, right?
Or be exceptionally funny,
Right.
but compliments.
Compliments. It's much easier to compliment than to be exceptionally funny.
It's guaranteed.
Always.
Basic
Yes.
guaranteed. All right. Our next one is from Asset Lindo. I like this one. Guys, true confessions. Do you believe this program is my part-time Comedy Central news updates? Basically, it's my favorite pastime.
Wow.
Heart eyes.
That's a fan.
Yes.
That is
Comedy
a fan.
Central.
That's real.
That's
so real.
a
Comedy
fan.
Central
That's so
/
real.
news.
That's right. That is a fan. That's it?
That's all we got, Brad.
That's what we got.
You can't end the show now.
That concludes a wild...
How do we end the show like that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
How can there be a better end?
All right. We'll see you then on Monday. Take care. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465.